Hey Pisces, welcome to your Venus in retrograde reading. We're going to take a peek at what you can expect over the next couple of months. We're going to start first by pulling an oracle card just to see what overall energy is surrounding this reading for you. And what we have out for you is awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. So seems like there are some profound changes that are coming for my Pisces collective out there. It's almost like what I just heard in my head is like you got to go through it to get to it. And so I feel like you've been going through it and now is the time for you to get to it. I think that you are going to come out of some situations, and we'll see whether that has to do with your relationships or yourself or, with finances or work. But there is something on the horizon for you that is bringing in a new energy. It's almost as if your eyes are being open to new possibilities, new opportunities, new experiences that you may not have been able to see before because things were a little bit cloudy. This could be the result of a change in your environment or circumstances, or a change in your internal self and how you approach the world around you. So let's jump into some tarot and see what other messages we can pull for my Pisces collective. Starting out with what's in store for you during this Venus retrograde. What's in store for my Pisces collective? We have the King of Cups and we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So what this feels like, again, for my Pisces, you've been through some things. You've been going through it. And I think that this is you in this healing process, stepping into an energy of a life and an existence that you'd love. The King of Cups is someone who has a lot of emotions, but they're in full control of them. They have this sort of blending of masculine and feminine energy. So they're sitting very powerfully on their throne, but you'll see that they have this, what looks like water all around them. So they're just sort of riding out the wave. They're just going with the flow, is what it looks like. They have a very calm and peaceful look on their face. So it's nothing that's happening around them that is particularly stressful. It's like, I've already been through it. With my wounded warrior card, we have this person who is leaning on his little staff. He has his head all bandaged up. He looks tired, And so this is you standing up after you've been through a lot. It's like, I'm still here. For better or for worse, I am still here. And so you're starting to come out of that energy where it's like, I'm more than just existing. I am going through the healing process, and now I'm able to stand on my own. So this is a good thing for you, Pisces. It's a very good thing. It means that you're undergoing the healing process and probably learning about a lot about yourself during that journey. So an interruption that you may experience during this time period, and you had 4 cards that popped out. I'm going to take all of them because it's retrograde, so why not? We have the Ace of Wands, Page of Swords, Page of Cups in reverse, and we also have the 7 of Wands in reverse. So what I'm getting for this is that one thing that's going to be interrupted, which is not a bad thing at all for my Pisces out there, is that you are no longer going to be fighting for things that you don't care about, for things that do not fulfill you emotionally. You are not just going to arbitrarily spend your energy on people, places, and things that do not make you happy. So that's a good start, because with the 7 of Wands, this is typically a defensive card, right? This is someone who is trying to protect their position against other people. And with the Page of Cups right next to it, this is something, little offers here and there, things that aren't particularly impressive, especially by way of feelings and emotions that you're getting from other people. It's like, I'm not fighting for this. This isn't worth my time. Not even a little bit. But what we do have that's also coming on the heels of that is the Ace of Wands and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a little bit of a watcher card for me. It's an energy where someone is learning, they're growing, they're thinking. They're not doing much, They're not doing much by way of activity, but they are being very, very observant, and they're trying to collect as much information as they can before they actually move. Because you remember that the Knight of Swords is one of the fastest moving knights in the deck. So once the page gets whatever information they think they need, they'll be ready to move forward full tilt. That's not really where you are right now. You have the Ace of Wands also to clarify. So that's that beginning of a spark. So I do think for my Pisces collective out there, that once you are able to discern what it is that's worth your time and energy and what's worth fighting for, that's going to come through this sense of observation, that spark will be reignited. But again, that's going to be a process, because you're coming out of this healing energy, having, been a little bit battered and a little bit bruised. You're stepping into your emotional power. You're stepping into a new level of emotional discernment, especially when it comes to, I think, other people that you have engaged with historically. And you're coming out with a new perspective on what you should be doing and how you should be spending your time as it relates to these other folks. So an important shift that's going to happen during this retrograde time period, we have the Death card. This is transformation. This is the ending of something and the beginning of something new. And I do think that this is going to be an important shift in your mindset, where the old you who may have fought for the wrong people, for the wrong things, for the sake of their happiness, or for the sake of thinking that you're doing the right thing for them, by them, that's going to change, Pisces. It's like, all right, yep, this isn't worth it. Like, you've been weighed, you've been measured, and you've been found lacking. I'm good. Going to move on from this. Absolutely going to move on. And you are releasing that burden with the Ten of Wands in reverse. You are no longer going to be carrying this. You are no longer going to be, struggling with the burden of other people's expectations or always trying to do the right thing. This is truly an awakening for you, where you are entering a different phase of your life that is slightly less tolerant, but not in a bad way. It's less tolerant of shenanigans and tomfoolery and just people who are not meeting you halfway. So sounds like self-preservation to me, Pisces. And I think that that's a good thing for everybody. Everybody should be concerned about preserving themselves, especially you. You've done a lot of work to get here. Now, something to be mindful of during this retrograde, we have the Knight of Wands. Now, Pisces, I want to say that I can almost feel the excitement, this sort of newfound power that you're feeling inside of yourself, where it's like, I'm in control now. I'm good. I don't need all of these people that I've been carrying around with me. I'm ready to chart a new course. Don't get too carried away with that fight. I think that there's a difference between, acknowledging that certain people or situations aren't necessarily good for you and that you don't have to engage with them. You don't have to, fight to keep them in your life, but you also don't necessarily have to punch them in the face, literally or figuratively, unless there's really a reason. There's something about elegantly fading off into the sunset. Leave them wondering if you need to, but just, don't step outside of yourself, right? And be smug about this process, I guess, is a good way of putting it, because we have that clarified with the Nine of Cups. And so ordinarily the Nine of Cups is really a card of contentment. It's about self-fulfillment, which is always a good thing. But if you look at this guy or this person who's sitting here on this little bench, got the legs wide open, has the arms crossed, and he has a real smug look on their face, right? And so I think that this combined with the Knight of Wands is really sort of a warning, like, okay, don't get cute with it right now. Okay, you've had your awakening, you have your discernment. You really don't have to beat people over the head with it. Like, just do you, stay in your lane, do what makes you comfortable, but make sure that you don't fall into a place of, I've had this awakening, therefore I am better than you are. There's no need for all of that. I think that when you withdraw your energy and when you show people that you are not going to, just be burdened with them, you're not going to fight for them just for the sake of fighting for them, they'll get the message. They'll get the message easy enough. You don't have to be super explicit with it. They'll get it. Now, as far as how this is going to help you on your future path, we have the star, which beautiful, beautiful beginning, beautiful ending for this reading for my Pisces collective, because the star is really about wish fulfillment. It's about dreaming big and aiming big. And now that you are able to move through life unencumbered and without all of this baggage that other people have put towards you and that you have been carrying for them, this is going to be your opportunity to start the process of reevaluating your dreams and seeing how far you can get with them. We have the 1111 card, the Four of Wands in reverse to clarify. Now, the Four of Wands is really the gateway card. It's sort of the opening, the path to happiness and partnerships and a good foundation in your life. This is going to be something that you are building over time. It's not going to be overnight, and the fact that this card is in reverse doesn't mean that it's never going to happen, especially because it's paired up with the star card. But this is going to be an opportunity for you to take your time and figure out what is it that's going to fulfill you. In your wildest dreams, in your deepest wishes, what is it that you truly want that's going to make you feel good? Because you've spent so much time fighting for things that didn't necessarily feed your spirit. So this is a good opportunity during this awakening process to really think about what it is that you truly want. There's a door that's waiting for you, but it's going to be important for you to be clear. So that's what I got for my Pisces collective. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.